5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I sure as hell didn't come down from the goddamn Smoky Mountains, cross 5,000 miles of water, fight my way through half of Sicily, and jump out of a fucking aeroplane to teach the Nazis lessons in humanity. Nazi ain't got no humanity. They're the foot soldiers of a Jew-hating, mass-murdering maniac, and they need to be destroyed. That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Scafacciverse. I am Anthony Scafacci.
Hell yeah, I'm Alan Gigax.
Yeah, welcome to the show, everybody.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I want to thank you all for coming back to the show. I want to tell you, follow us on Spotify.
Yeah.
Right. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Reddit.
And now
on
YouTube.
TikTok.
Dude, okay, speaking of YouTube.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're not watching us on YouTube, you got to go today because what the fuck are you wearing?
Oh, this? Oh,
yeah.
It's a shirt. It's a new shirt.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's
here,
a tan shirt.
Look at that. You know what this
Police.
is? This is a German police officer shirt.
Oh my God, dude. Did you not listen to the intro? Yeah. Do you know what we do? Well, is it the bad Germans?
No, it's the police. They're the good guys now.
Oh, this is just regular German police.
Yeah, this is like today.
Modern day.
This is not like the 1940s police.
Okay.
Isn't that the Gestapo?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, this is not the Gestapo.
Okay, this is just regular police.
This is like today, 2026 police.
Yeah. I'll tell you, dude. Okay, so credit to Germany because now, like, Germany's nice and their police are probably they probably respect their citizens.
They probably don't even carry guns.
Yeah, they probably respect their citizens' civil rights a lot more than our police do. And so there is that. They've done a much better job of turning away from that dark history, a dark history that we're about to focus on.
Yeah, because we are about to do Breusen Part 3, the final chapter.
Yes, indeed. We are going to bring this story to a magnificent close. And so, of course, Breusen is our sponsor for today. And so, by the way, if you have not checked out Breusen's Part 1 and 2, you absolutely should do that because there'll be a little recap, but it's worth listening to.
Okay, before we even do this episode, I want to dedicate this episode to one of our listeners, Daniel Snyder.
Oh, yeah,
who never shuts the fuck up about wanting to get more
When am I going to
Breusen.
get the next Breusen? Yeah,
so,
well, here it is.
Yeah, this one's for you.
And shut the fuck up is actually part of today's Just the Tip.
Oh, good.
So the episode is brought to us by Breusen. Obviously, they've covered the whole episode, and we're going to talk plenty about Breusen. So I'm just going to get into the tip, which is not long ago, I was at Costco, and I had my cranky pants on.
Uh-oh.
And you know, it happens sometimes. I'm usually not. Like, I wake up chipper. I don't have cranky pants, and so it was noticeable.
Fucking cranky pants.
Yeah, I had to. Oh, does Alan had the poopy pants? Aw. So, like, somebody stops in front of me in the aisle, and I'm just like, that motherfucker, get the fuck out of the way. What is wrong with you? And I realized, thankfully, I have enough self-awareness that, people are just doing normal people things. You know, sure, people are idiots, but this is nothing special happening. It's me.
Maybe this would have been a good time for you to like go to the bathroom and just crank one out, get the poison out.
That might have been it. I might have had some poison built up.
It'll do that to you.
Yeah. So anyway, here's what I realized because
you just put your card aside. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on this for me, will you?
Oh, and I go into the back because I got to get that big old Costco chub pack of tissues. Like, dude, I'm gonna be going through some of these.
It's a lot of poison.
Yeah. So anyway. So I realized, like, oh, dude, it's not these people. It's me. And so you know what I have to do? And this is the tip. I have to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Do not say anything to anybody. Do not go off on any, because Lord knows I had things I wanted to say to these people. But that takes my misery, my poopy pants, and fills their pants with it. And they don't deserve that. So when you're cranky, dude, I tell this to my wife, who, like, when she's not feeling well and she'll be all cranky, hey, what's better? Having one person feeling shitty or having two people feeling shitty?
Yes.
You know, maybe you keep the shitty to yourself and don't try to spread it around.
Yes.
Now, me and my wife get along great, but she, to her credit, you know, that makes sense to her. there's plenty of people out there that does not make sense to. They would much rather have two people miserable instead of one person being miserable. And that doesn't fucking help anybody. This is turning into a rant. This is turning into a stadium pulse. Yeah. So anyway, pro tip to the listener and the viewer looking at his German shirt, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah, keep the misery to yourself.
Yeah, suffer in silence.
That's right.
Yeah.
Be a man. Yeah, dude, those videos.
Not to promote someone else.
Yeah,
but we'll
dude,
promote somebody else.
Most of our listeners, it's probably right in that same algorithm. They've probably all seen them. But dude, these Be a Man reels on Instagram and
they're
YouTube,
so good.
whatever, they're so fucking good.
All right.
One of my favorite ones was don't let anybody else ruin your day. Ruin your own day. Be a man. That's good shit.
Stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Are we about to get ready?
We are. Let's get to it.
Okay, so a few months ago,
Yeah.
we were invited up into Idaho. Moscow, Idaho, to the Breusen Brewery.
Right.
They became one of our sponsors, and they said, hey, you guys are close by. Why don't you come up and visit and tour the brewery?
It wasn't that close enough that we could get there.
Yeah, and so we drove up there.
For a weekend at a brewery and free beer.
Yeah, why not?
It's close enough for that.
Yeah, so we drove up there, and we were up there, and the Breusen family...
Yeah.
They talked about their brewery and where it started. And we've been telling the story. You guys have heard 2 episodes of it now.
Right.
And so now we're going to close it out with
the rest
how
of the
they
story.
told us the story, because we think you guys should hear it.
Dude, I mean, the places that this story went, it's amazing. And to think that it all wound up in Moscow, Idaho. So where we left off, the last episode, Anton Beck, the German soldier, the now defected Nazi soldier, he's on the trail of the Breusens. And for him, they're not, like, they had been thrown together kind of by just circumstance.
Yeah.
But now it's not just luck. Anton is actively searching for the Breusens, trying to bring them together. And he feels this bond to them because, from Poznan to Rotterdam, now to France, that he feels like their fates have been intertwined, like they've been bitten by the same snake. But it's just luck.
Yeah, bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck, right.
But, yeah.
That's an important distinction.
Yeah,
Yes, it is bad luck.
Apparently luck comes in more than one flavor.
Yeah, not for them. Well,
Yeah.
I mean...
No, I mean,
even them.
there's a mix, but, dude, they're bad luck. Like, they have the highs, and
Yeah.
they have the lows, and their lows are pretty low.
I mean, to go back to episode 1, Stanislaw Fushkesh, or Stanislaw the fucker, getting the mother yeast, that was an incredible stroke of good luck that's still paying dividends for the family to this day.
Sure, yeah.
But then, getting shot in the head by a Nazi lieutenant.
You might call that bad luck.
You might call that bad luck. Yeah. So, all right. So anyway, let's just do a real quick summary of events. So since Poznan, right, Anton is in this troop of German soldiers. They set up shop at this brewery in Poznan, which is where the Breusens are working. And from there, they killed, like we just said, they killed Stanislaw, right? The father. The Breusens take off. They flee to the Netherlands. And then the war goes immediately to the Netherlands, and that's where Anton is sent.
Yep.
And then
they end up in France.
Yeah. So in the Netherlands, Anton finds their beer, drinks the beer, is again connected to the family. And then the war is there. And so the family flees to France.
Yeah, where Karen...
Yeah. You're right, where Karen gets killed.
Karen gets killed in France.
I can't say that I miss her.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Anton defects, and he defects to France and winds up defecting to the same area of France. So they're thrown together again, and now they're in Morocco.
Yeah, which is in Africa.
It is, yes, in North Africa, in a godforsaken desert in North Africa. And he's there not because he wants beer per se, but because he wants to make things right with the Breusen family, to this traumatic thing that happened to him, seeing the patriarch of the family get killed, this nice old man.
Sure.
It fucked with him, and at this point he feels like if he can find them and reconnect with them, that he can kind of bring that peace to the world and to his own life. All right, so we get to North Africa. And the Breusens have arrived there. They come in very different conditions because the Breusens have
A little bit of money.
they got the money, from
They're used to traveling now.
yeah, they're right. They know how to store the mother yeast
Yeah.
so that it's doesn't spoil or anything. And so they get there and they're able to set up and pretty much just pick right up again. But Anton is another story. He was a farmhand in France, wasn't
Yeah.
exactly bringing in the shekels.
No.
And so he is dead broke, and he is like truly a refugee.
Yeah.
So he's got to find a job so that he can live while he searches for the Breusens because he believes that they're in North Africa.
Sure.
And he's right. They
Yeah.
are. So he's got this job, and let's see.
He takes a job
making
leather.
Yeah, dude, right. He
Yeah.
gets a job working at a traditional leather tanner.
Yeah, in
which is-
Morocco.
in Morocco, which is like how they do it in that area. And leather making, dear listeners, for those of you who are not familiar with it, it is not a glamorous job. Like when you go into what's that fancy leather store that they used to have, Wilson's,
Yeah.
at the mall. There used to be that fancy leather store, dude. This part of it ain't fancy.
Really?
So
Okay.
there are basic ingredients in leather. It's the skin of a dead cow, obviously,
Okay,
right? You
yeah.
start with that, and then you add salt, pigeon shit,
Whoa.
and ample urine. Not from cattle generally, but also from humans you can add.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the smell is ungodly.
Yeah, it's basically like Bigfoot's dick.
right.
You come home at the end of the day, you walk in
Yeah.
from the
Oh,
garage.
it smells like Bigfoot's
yeah,
dick
and your
in
wife's
here.
like, you smell like Bigfoot's dick.
Yeah, I've been working at the leather tannery all
Which,
day.
begs the question, how does she know?
Yeah, how do you know what
Yeah,
Bigfoot's
well,
dick smells like?
She's
Yeah.
been around.
So workers who, like what Anton is doing, they stand in these pools of piss and shit
That's
and
so gross.
cow skin, and they stomp the leather with their bare feet.
Do you think OSHA's involved with that?
Dude, there
Or like
can't
the health
be-
department?
If there's a Moroccan health department, they're asleep on the job.
Yeah.
Dude.
So-
yeah. And they're probably not checking because there's like a pedicure spa like right next
Yeah,
door.
so, yeah.
And business is booming.
Yeah,
over
dude, yeah.
there.
Yeah, dude, it's a
Oh, my
line out
God,
the
dude.
door.
You need some serious kind of loofah scrub to get that shit off. And dude, oh my God,
You gotta
dude,
go
those,
home and boil your feet.
those poor fish that eat your
Oh.
feet in the fancy.
They got, like,
spas.
7 eyes.
Yeah, they're like in the Flintstones. It's a living. No, dude, that ain't no fucking living, and it's no living for Anton either. So all that sounds pretty miserable. But again, he's on this mission. He wants to reunite with the Breusens, and he believes in his heart of hearts that he's going to be reconnected to him. So the hours are long. It's hard work, and he doesn't really have the time or the energy to actively search for the Breusens. And so not only that, like he barely keeping himself fed, and he stinks.
Yeah, so if you ever took a turd
Yeah.
and you wrapped it in hair and then you lit it on fire, that's kind of how he smells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it is not okay. And so he just kind of waits for fate to intervene again. He just has to have faith. And fate has not, I don't know why, when you've been through what Anton's been through, why you think fate is going to work in your favor.
Well,
but he does know it keeps bringing them together with the Breusens.
Yeah, but fate,
Yeah.
it takes its fucking time.
It does.
Apparently, it's on
Yeah.
its own clock.
And so again, because
It's
Anton
basically
doesn't
Hawaiian.
right, Anton doesn't have the resources to hire like Matlock to go private investigator. Was he? He was a. I don't
Yeah.
know. It doesn't matter. Whatever. He can't hire Magnum PI. Right. He
Okay.
can't hire Magnum PI to go find him, and so he does the next best thing.
Or Matlock.
yeah, or Matlock.
He ends up in court.
He wasn't getting brought before the Hague, and his lawyer is Matlock. Oh my God.
Oh, that's
so
about
anyway,
right.
so instead he, you still have to make yourself available for fate to work in your
Sure.
favor.
If
for
you're
luck.
always at work, when is fate going to step
right.
in?
And so when he's not at work, he goes to different bars.
Yeah.
And he just hoping to stumble upon. He just goes from bar to bar to bar, hoping to stumble upon that same sweet nectar.
Yeah, or at least like a slump buster.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I find myself on a similar quest to Anton. I think we have a lot in common.
This,
me and
yeah,
Anton.
Anton and us sound like a lot of us in our 20s.
He's going to find that magic beer and hope for a slump buster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he's doing, right? Just working in shit and piss all day and then go to the bar, get
It's a
pissed at
living.
night. It's a living. That's right. And so for 28 months, this continues. And every new bar that Anton discovers, he always asks the same question. Can I get a Breusen?
You know, when you ask that, there's really only like two answers.
Right.
One is maybe no, and the other is they just kick the shit out of you.
Yeah. He's like, I got to work on the phrasing. What I meant to say after he picks himself up on the floor, do you serve Breusen beer? And when they haven't heard of it, then he describes it.
Sure.
Maybe they don't call it that here. He describes the beer, but again, the way he describes it is it's like there's a party in your mouth and everybody's coming.
Maybe he should work on the phrasing for that too.
Yeah, that's true. But in any case, the answer is always no. But then probably the bartender's like, oh, everybody's coming. This does sound
there's a
relevant.
party in my mouth and everyone's dropping a load.
Yeah. So anyway, the answer is always no, right? He's striking out place after place after place, not finding the Breusen. So once again, I said this goes on for 28 months because once again, the war finds Anton.
Yeah.
And so where do we oh, here we go. So the French and American ships begin shelling Casablanca Harbor in November of 1942. The Nazis respond, and now he's back in a war zone.
Yeah.
Right. You may remember from the end of part 2 is, well, where can we go where the Nazis are never, ever going to be? And, well, they're in North Africa now. So luckily, Anton stinks bad enough that even the bombs avoid him.
Yeah, so there is a silver lining there, I guess.
Yeah, I guess there's always something.
You got your stank shield.
Yeah. So 2 months later, the war is ongoing now. He's at a bar on the outskirts of Casablanca, and he asks the bartender, do you serve Breusen beer? And the bartender doesn't hit him. He phrased it right this time.
That's a win.
Yeah. And the bartender says, of course, my friend, you have excellent taste. And he hands Anton a bottle that has no label on it. And Anton's like, dude, it can't be.
Yeah.
This can't really be. After all this time, you get told no enough. You come to expect it. And he probably thinks like...
Well, if you go to like certain countries, right, and you ask for
here
like
in
a Coke,
Yeah.
or certain places you ask for a Coke, if they don't bring you like a Coke in a can or a Coke in a bottle...
Yeah.
You might not get Coke, but they're certainly going to nod. They're going to go,
right.
no problem.
I mean, that's the thing, right?
You just get a cola.
When there's a language barrier, sometimes people will just say yes and nod, and they don't really know what they're saying yes to. But he gets the beer, and he takes a sip, and suddenly, in his head, he's back in Poznan. And he's this scared kid who's caught up in the Blitzkrieg, and he's taking a shit in Lieutenant's thermos and drawing dicks on people's faces. And
that's what we do.
And that's right. And this is the real thing. He has found Breusen Beer. He fucking found it. So he asked the bartender if he knows the people who brew this wonderful beer. You know, now, dude, I got my first lead. I got to go find the Breusens. And the bartender says, yeah, my friend Bartek, he brews the beer. He's a good man. And Anton's like, great, where can I find him?
Well, let me tell you where you can find them.
Yeah. So,
because the Breusens, they're no longer in Morocco.
Right. When war came to Casablanca, the Breusens, they've already had to flee from the war 3 fucking times. They were quick to get out of Dodge.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
That's right. They have a little bit of money, and so they are immediately going to flee. And so, Anton wants to know, where did they go?
Where would you go if you never wanted to see Nazis again? So I think we both know the answer.
Well, hold on now, because the bartender says, they're running from the Nazis. You're not a Nazi, are you?
No.
And oh, no, not as far as you know. And so the bartender says, well, they had to go somewhere, exactly like you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I know because you've heard the story, too. That where there will absolutely be no Nazis, somewhere all the way on the other side of the world, somewhere no Nazi would ever think to go. And Anton knows right away where they're going.
They're going to go to Argentina. Now, for some of you who do not know, maybe not you're a history buff. Right? But believe it or not, Nazis fleeing at the end of the war, fleeing their war crimes, they fled to Argentina.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
it's good times. And some even before the war ended started, getting out of when they could, and that was their landing spot, was Argentina.
I mean, like,
and the high-profile Nazis like Goebbels and Goebbels and oh.
What?
You on a first name basis with the guy?
I'm wearing a
you are wearing a German police shirt. Yeah, so anyway, they all went to Argentina, and so, we know what the Breusens' luck is like.
Yeah.
And so they go to Argentina. I mean, they did beat the rush, in fairness. They were able to get... But
they
I
got
guess
a good
everywhere
price
they went...
on the ticket.
They were in Poznan before the Nazis got there. They were in Rotterdam before the Nazis got there. They were in France before the Nazis got there. They were in Casablanca before the Nazis got there. Now they're in Amsterdam or in Argentina.
Yeah.
Before the Nazis.
They should have went to Amsterdam.
Yeah. So
Red light
Anton.
district.
Well, now Anton has to get to Argentina. So he manages to secure passage. The family didn't explain how he got to Argentina. I assume he sucked some guys off in a back alley.
Yeah, just got on a boat.
Yeah, he got on a boat. Yeah. So however he got there. That's not my business. I'm not
surfed.
here Dude, maybe he got in the water and like the fish came to the
He
surface.
rode a shark.
No, because he stunk so bad that it just killed fish along the way. All right. So anyway, so he goes to Argentina and he spends the next 4 years wandering Argentina.
Dude, he's like Kane in Kung Fu or Jules from Pulp Fiction. You just
Right,
go walk,
you
the,
go walk
earth.
the earth. Yeah, that's right.
Solving
Now-
crimes.
Oh yeah, that was the other one that we were going to possibly
Jules.
use for the open. Yeah, but dude, this open with the
Just walk the
yeah.
earth.
All right. So anyway, at least this time he knows for sure that they went to Argentina.
It's not a
because
guess.
everything else
He
was
knows.
it was fate, a hunch, and now he knows for sure that they're
it's
in Argentina.
good info.
Yeah. So he's wandering Argentina, hoping to find this beer again and find these people. And along the way, he just gets deeper into depression and despair. And his life, which has not been great to this point, it's just falling
into the abyss.
Yeah.
There's no bottom, so to speak.
But he does have a plan. It's a plan that worked for him in Morocco.
Yeah.
Just go to a different bar every day, drink beer, and wait for fate to
Sure.
intervene.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's worked so far, sort of.
Yeah. And about 2 years in, that's when the Nazis start showing up. And Anton can't run from the Nazis at this point because he's where the Breusens are.
Yeah.
And, he's done running. So one night, he's stumbling through another bar in Buenos Aires, and he sees these two men talking to each other in German.
Yeah.
And he knows right away that these are Nazis running from their crimes. Sure. These motherfuckers. And so what does Anton do? He starts sending them drinks.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, and he gets them absolutely shit-faced. He just sends them beer after beer after beer.
Yeah, basically whatever he's got left in his pockets, it's now going into getting these two guys really
totally
drunk.
shit-faced drunk. So eventually, they're totally hammered. They stumble out of the bar. They get like halfway down this alley,
and
they slump down. They're passed out. So Anton, now that they're passed out, he goes up to them. He takes off each of their left shoes.
Sure.
He draws a dick on their face.
Yeah, and so from what we were told, this picture of the penis on the face, it was incredibly detailed.
Yeah.
As if he had used a stencil.
Right, his own penis as a stencil to draw the dicks on these faces.
And I'd heard that the way they were positioned, it looked like they were docking.
Oh, good times. Yeah, that's a nice image. Yeah. And so the Scheisspfeffer was here.
Yeah.
Now, what he should have done.
When you think about it, with this opportunity and everything he's been through, that kind of feels like a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Like, why didn't he carry? If I'm Anton, right, and I know the Germans are going to come, it's just a matter of time. I carry a club with spikes on the end of it, right, and I go walking by all casual, comrade or whatever the fucking Germans call each other, and then as soon as I get behind, whack. Right in the fucking dome. Split that shit open. And then when the other guy goes to run away, out comes the machete on their fucking hamstring. And then I take my time with that second German motherfucker with the blood of the first one all over him.
Maybe at the end, like you do like in what the hell was that movie, Universal Soldier, where Dolph Lundgren's character starts like cutting off ears and like makes a necklace out of it.
That's what a real Scheisspfeffer would do.
Like I mean, this was his opportunity. It's not like the Nazis are.
Dude, or if you're gonna take their boot off, take the foot with it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Just.
Why don't you hop around, you fucking Nazi fucker? Yeah. Have we mentioned that on the Scapacciverse we are staunchly anti-Nazi?
Yeah. I feel like. I feel like this was just kind of a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
And he should have really went for it.
Yeah.
With
or if they're passed out, you squat right on their face. In fact, sit on their face and fart right into their eyeball.
You get pink
eye.
eye.
You get pink eye. Every time you itch your eye, you're going to be thinking about the scheisspfeffer, you fuckers.
Yeah. So, So anyway.
So it was 4 years later,
Yeah.
right? And Anton's morale is at an all-time low. Probably would have been better if he would have killed those Nazis.
Yeah, if he just... I know I would have felt better.
Yeah.
And...
Imagine the voice of Karen from parts 1 and 2.
Yeah.
She's like, Jesus, Anton, why didn't you kill those fucking Nazis? You probably wouldn't feel like such a loser right now. You wouldn't feel like such a piece of shit who wasted your opportunities. Anton, stupid.
Canton goes, Karen.
Karen, yeah.
She kind of hits close to the bone, man.
She does. It's probably, as I said in part 2, we're probably better off that she's dead at this point. Yeah. So anyway.
I like to think she's resting peacefully.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Anton's dead by now too. Maybe she got her chance to tell him what's what when they're in heaven.
Why didn't you rip their spines out and skin them like the Predator? Anton?
Yeah, or like at the Mortal Kombat, do the fatality. Oh, good times. All right. So anyway, he's.
What if?
Yes.
What if Anton, instead of just drawing dicks on their faces, right? He got in Argentina, they got those real mean army ants.
Okay.
Right? What if he gathered up like a jar of army ants and in a big jar, and he duct taped it to their balls.
Oh,
and
there
then
you go.
Shook it.
Oh, dude, or you make a trap where you have a fleshlight. And you just leave it next to them, and they're like, "Oh my god, dude, free fleshlight!" And then when they go to fuck it, it's full of army ants.
Oh yeah,
right. Or murder hornets.
Yeah, I don't
murder
even know.
Hornets inside a fleshlight. Well, they didn't have fleshlights back then either.
It just would have been maybe did they have PVC? What do they call those things when it's they make it at home and it's like a sponge and it's like PVC.
Oh,
there's
I don't know, like a homemade fleshlight.
There's like a name for it.
Listeners, if you know what people call their homemade fleshlights,
people make them. It's like a prison thing.
Yeah, well, it would have taken some planning for Anton.
All right. Anyway.
All right. So anyway, so he was sure this is where he was going to find the Breusens, but it's been nothing but disappointment, nothing but struggle, and fucking Nazis. There were not supposed to be Nazis here, and no Breusen. So every bar, Anton's depression finds a new low at the bottom of every bottle, and none of those bottles are Breusen. Yep. Then, April 7th, 1946.
Sounds like a big day.
Yeah. There's a reason we know this date.
Yeah.
It's 8 a.m. Anton is already drunk.
Maybe still drunk.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when you're, on a long
living in the bottle.
Yeah, when you're living in the bottle like he's doing. And everything comes to a head on this day. He is in an alleyway, and he is slumped against the wall.
Yep.
And sadly for him, there is no CoachBot 3000 in this alley.
Bleep, bloop.
Bleep, bloop.
How about a Texas Twister?
Homemade, what the fuck? What? Oh, homemade fleshlight? Guaranteed, no murder hornets. Bleep, blop. Yeah, so no CoachBot 3000 or Fleshbot as he was at the time. And he drifts into unconsciousness. And hours later, Anton doesn't know how long it's been, but we know because we were told the story that it's just later that day.
Yeah.
He awakens, and he's somewhere different. And it feels different.
Sure, it's not the street.
It's not the street,
yeah.
right. He's been sleeping in the street.
Uh-huh.
Now he has a cushion under him. He has a pillow. And there's silence except for the throbbing inside of his own head. And through that pain, he hears something that's familiar to him.
Sure, he hears a Polish accent.
That is correct. And the Polish accent, I
can't do a Polish
accent.
Yeah.
He's alive. Give him some water.
Yeah.
And Anton's like, oh, where am I? And it's, of course, Bartek.
Yeah.
Bartek Breusen.
Who dragged him into out of the alleyway.
Yeah. And Bartek tells him he's safe and like, hey, we found you in the alley in a pool of your own vomit. And I'm sure Anton's like, oh, somebody else must have puked on me.
Those bastards.
Yeah.
It's probably some Nazis.
Yeah. And Bartek's like, oh, yeah, I'm sure. They probably are the ones who shit into your pants, too. Yeah, that couldn't have been you. And so...
So gross.
Hey, you know, when you pass out like that, people will prank you, right?
I've had that.
Pants. Yeah, I've had that where I passed out drunk and somebody peed into my pants. Like, dude, it's rude.
Yeah, it's rude.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, Anton thinks he's died and gone to heaven, but
no, he hasn't. He's
not.
gone to a kitchen.
Yeah, right. Bartek's like, yeah, you're in my kitchen. And Anton seizes on the accent. You know, it's, again, this brings up these memories. And he asks, where in Poland are you from? And Bartek says he's from Poznan. And Anton's like, dude, I know Poznan.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And so Anton starts telling the story of what happened. And, you know, again, at this point, he doesn't know that it's Bartek.
He has no idea.
It's just some Polish dude.
Yeah, living here in Argentina.
Yeah. And so he starts telling the story about how he was this German soldier. He was caught up in the war. And, you know, he was an orphan, just joined, trying to get a better life, wound up being sent to Poland. They go to this brewery and set up shop, and this nice old man comes out.
And while he's telling this story, you know, Bartek is just kind of standing there, and it's starting to dawn on him,
right, that there is
that Anton was there the night that essentially the entire world got blown up.
Yeah, and so Anton is telling the story, and he's like, yeah, and this nice old man, you know, came out and gave us this incredible beer. Do you know him? Do you know this family?
Yeah, and at that point, Bartek, you know, he's just eyes are welling up.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything. He just leans forward and he just hugs Anton.
Yeah.
Just grabs him and hugs him.
Yeah.
Like in this way that they've effectively trauma bonded.
Yeah.
And it's a real deep hug.
Right.
Like an almost gay one.
Yeah, no homo.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of homo.
Yeah, maybe just
they
a touch.
did touch tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's that level of it's not just a bro
and so
hug.
this and there's still like Bartek's not really saying anything, but that connection, that warmth, Anton starts to open up more, and he talks about after that night.
Yeah, what happened right after that.
When he got utterly wasted on this incredible beer, and then, you know, shit in the dressed a goat in a German uniform and shit in the lieutenant's canteen and took off everybody's boot and drew a dick on the face of every soldier, including himself. And Bartek, his eyes get wide, and he's like, "You're the Scheisspfeffer?" Mm-hmm. And Anton has never admitted it before to anybody else.
Yeah, no, admitting it might have been death.
Right. So, he's been running from the Scheisspfeffer legend through parts 1 and 2.
Obviously, after this not so gay hug.
Right. Yeah.
You know, he understands it.
Maybe if I admit to it, I can get some head.
Maybe. No, that he's safe. You know, that this is not the enemy.
Right. The ghosts that have
enemies.
been following him. Yeah, they don't have that power over him anymore. And then, you know, when Anton confirms, I'm the Scheisspfeffer, and then Bartek is like, dude, are you the one who cut off the left foot of those 2 German soldiers? Those 2 Nazi refugees?
Yeah, no, I just drew dicks on their faces.
Yeah, that must have been some other Scheisspfeffer. So that's it. That's that is the story of Breusen.
Yeah, you know, after all that.
Yeah,
you know, and eventually
Anton became part of the family.
Yeah, eventually, obviously, he ends up going to Moscow, Idaho.
Right.
And they essentially became partners in this brewery.
Yeah, in the brewery, right.
They're
the founders of Breusen America.
He was essentially another member of their family through all this strife, all this war, all this killing, and, you know, thousands of miles of travel under excruciatingly bad circumstances where kind of no matter what, there were no Nazis. And of course, you know, there's no Nazis in Moscow, Idaho.
No.
Yeah.
No, and dude, in true to form, right? Because that's kind of where the whole thing culminated is like, if there's one state in the United States that is associated with Nazis, it's Idaho.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cannot fuck. And I blame the Breusens.
Yeah.
The Nazis, neo-Nazis could have set up anywhere.
Yeah. Like,
but no.
You know, maybe like Kentucky.
You know, probably like, I don't know what year like, because I know they were here for a little while before the brewery was founded. You know, they had to get their feet settled under them or whatever. But let's say they got here in like 1957.
Sure.
Probably the first neo-Nazi chapter in Idaho opened up in like 1957 and a half. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right next door.
Right.
Like, God damn it. It's in the same strip mall.
They have rebranded themselves since as white nationalists, but the Scafacci-verse knows a fucking Nazi when you see one.
Yeah, so, and you know, so there you go, right? The entire Breusen saga, as told to us and now told to you, and what an amazing story. And you know, it's really, you know, obviously we make kind of fun of it, some jokes here and there, try to make it a little bit more, because it's a pretty dark ass story.
You know, one of the names for Breusen, one of their taglines is the beer of world peace.
Sure, yeah.
And it brought together this Polish family with this Nazi soldier.
Yeah. I mean,
in a loving but not quite gay embrace at the end of the story. And dude, if Breusen Beer can do that,
they could do a lot of things.
Maybe it can get your son to start talking to you again.
Yeah. So, you know, I know the entire episode is sponsored by Breusen.
Yeah.
And we are pretty much nearing the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And so, would you like to read the full Breusen ad copy?
Yeah, I want to read the ad copy that started it all.
Yeah.
That, you know, when we first got this ad copy, we read it on the air, it already sounded interesting. And that was like, dude, you come to the brewery, hear the whole story. And I mean, the main draw was come to the brewery.
Yeah.
But hearing the rest of the story that fills out this one paragraph, dude, it's something.
It's kind of like Rogue One.
Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, one of my... I want to get your opinion. We're going to side quest for just a sec.
We got time.
So I have a coworker who is a big nerd, and he's one of those like real critical nerds. Like no thing is cool enough. Like, oh, this is not the way they should have made that movie. This is the way they should have done it.
How many movies has that guy made?
Right.
Zero.
And so I tell him, like, dude, when I was out with my kidney cancer, I watched Rogue One and I really enjoyed it. And he just shit all over it. And
fuck that guy.
Because he said that Princess Leia got shortchanged in the movie because, like, all these other people did all the work. And then at the end, they just hand the plans to Princess Leia. And, like, you know, she didn't get any credit for being this hero. Like, she didn't do anything.
Well, I mean, she did do stuff. It's just not in that movie.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You know, and dude, this dude honestly go fuck himself.
Yeah.
Is Rogue One is...
Dude, it's really good.
Is probably no worse than the third piece or best Star Wars media ever made.
The Andor...
Oh, that series
so
is
fucking good,
yeah,
dude.
Andor's really good.
Yeah, the depth and the tragedy and the moral ambiguity.
It's the most well-written Star Wars content there is.
It is deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. Like sometimes I want to rewatch it. It's that good.
Yeah, it's way good. It's a great way. Hey, listeners, if you ever have kidney cancer and then you're sitting at home in the recovery, it's a great way to pass the
as soon
recovery.
as you finish all 100 and however many episodes of the Scafacci-verse, watch some Rogue One and Andor.
Yeah, it'll cure your cancer. It cured mine.
All right. So do we have...
Okay, the Breusen. Yeah. The Breusen family began brewing beer in their home in Poland in 1923. Over the next 15 years, they refined their recipe, refined their process, sourced the highest quality ingredients, and finally hit upon a beer that was worthy of the name Breusen. But in 1939, Poland was not a great place to be. When the Germans invaded, the family patriarch Stanislaw hoped to save his village by giving a Breusen to a German lieutenant. That Nazi bastard probably enjoyed the Breusen, but Stanislaw was dragged away and shot. His son, Bartek Breusen, fled the country with the family, and he took the recipe for Breusen beer with him. Today, the Breusen family is brewing what is possibly the finest craft beer on earth. Thanks to Bartek, you can give a Breusen to someone in your life, someone who's earned it.
All right. For Anthony Scafacci.
I'm Alan Gigax.
This has been a balls deep production of the Scafacci-verse podcast. We are out.